What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? This is the bye week, and we're gonna talk a little bit about what we should expect. We have 2 weeks and to prepare. So before we actually start talking, we're gonna give some people time to join the live. We're gonna give some people more time to join. We have a bye week, so we're gonna probably spend about an hour, no more than an hour, on this live because we have no game this week, so ain't nothing really to ain't too much talking, you know what I'm saying? Ain't too much to talk about. But yep, so you guys can kind of let me know how you guys feel as far as um us when we get back from the bye week. We got UCLA, a team that is that's beatable. Top 25 team. Um I feel like we can beat this team. I saw some games this team played that but again, before I get on here and start talking about games that we should win, I'm also gonna drop the link in the comments for those that want to join. But yeah, before I get on here and start talking about games that we should win, I'm not doing that. I gotta remind myself to not do that. And the reason why is because every time that I feel like we could beat a certain team, we end up blowing it. Creativity, beautiful. How are you doing today? It's Good Friday. How are you doing today? But yeah, before I start talking about what's good, Raymond, what's going on with you? Shout out to Raymond, man. Like I say, very good guy right here. He loves to make videos about everyday stuff. So if you guys like vlogs, everyday vlogs, check him out. But but yeah, like I was saying, before I start talking about games that I feel like we should win, I'm gonna just be quiet because every time that I feel like we should win a game, we go and blow it. He says, "Hot here, getting food before work." Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Over here, the weather is pretty good here. It's not as hot. It's about 80, 70 degrees. Feel good. Feel good. Good afternoon, Stella. How are you doing today on this Good Friday? This Good Friday. For those that just joined it, we're gonna do 1 hour and we out of here just short, quick. It's bye week, so it's not really much for us to talk about. Yeah, it's bye week, Raymond. It's bye week, so we have no game this week. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I always try to give back. You're a good friend, so um, just keep doing your thing for sure. Carrie, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? I agree, MAGDOG. Every time I let my guard down with the bus, I get shocked. Yeah. So I'm not trying to get into that situation again. You know, um, I have to remind myself every time I see a team on the schedule, whether they top 25 or not. I always feel like we could beat that team because I know what we have. But um, I've been wrong, so I'm just gonna sit back and just see what they do. Stella says, "Hope Buffs are making necessary adjustments during the bye week." Yes, I agree. We have 2 full weeks to make adjustments. UCLA don't even have time to figure out what we like, what we don't like, because they have a game this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So we have an extra week to prepare for them. So I don't see why. But again, this football team has already surprised me. So I'm not gonna get my hopes up this time. They hurt me. They hurt me last week. That gives them time to exactly. It definitely gives them time. 2 full weeks to get it right. But again, I have no. Um, I'm just not gonna get my hopes up. Make sure everyone smash the thumbs up button. Yeah, definitely, definitely. If you got 24 in the room, I'm sure not. It's not gonna be that many. Usually go live around a little after 1, 2 o'clock. I know most people probably at work and stuff like that, but I just want to kind of make it quick, and we get up out of here. What's happening down in the SIP? Nothing much, man. The weather is good. Um, we had homecoming at Jackson State University. We had homecoming at Alcorn State, but not really much going on. Everything's just smooth sailing in Mississippi. Just let the game play out. Yes, I agree with you 100%, Kerry. Just let the game play out, and we'll see how they're going to respond. Was a good week of practice. I can say that. It was a very good week of practice. Are you no longer believing? Oh, no, I believe. I believe. Don't get it twisted. I do believe, but I didn't believe. I believed that we was going to beat Stanford, and we didn't. I believe that that score shouldn't have been close. That game shouldn't have been close. I believe that we should have beat USC. But again, I have to be a realist and tell you the truth. When I feel like we always blowing the bag, and then I believe that we was going to finally stop the crossing routes, the slant routes, and here we are. You know, after on the bye week, after so many weeks, and we still haven't stopped the same thing over and over again. So I believe, but I'm kind of like, I don't want to get too excited. Aaron, what's going on? What's going on with you? Okay, homecoming weekend in Virginia. That's awesome. Homecoming week in Virginia. Is you gonna try to step out there and see? Uh, is you gonna try to check it out? I hope everyone comes back focused on time. Yes, he did say that. He did say that if you late, he clearing the lockers out. Because during the bye week, you have a lot of time to make mistakes. The bye week, in my opinion, is one of the most what's the word, peer pressure type of weeks, because you got time to do whatever you want to do. You're free now. So you have to be very focused. You got to hang around the right people, you know. So you got to be very careful. I still believe, yeah, definitely, definitely, I definitely believe. Do you believe the team has any chance with the remaining games? Yes, I do believe we can get in the bowl game. We have beat ourselves. Majority of these games that we have lost, we have beat ourselves. Silly penalties, not stopping the same thing we've been seeing all year, personnel issues, offensive coordinator not calling the game or managing the clock right. If we can fix the things that beating us, we could beat those teams. I hope that makes sense. But I absolutely think we can still get in the bowl. All we need is 6 wins. So that means we got to play Arizona. We can beat Arizona. I think we can beat UCLA. But again, I'm naming teams that every week that I feel like we could beat, but we go out there and we blow things. So, but yeah, I definitely think we can still do it. MAGDOG, how tall are you? What team you play for in college? Blessings. What's going on, Steven? I'm 5'11", and as far as college, I played for Alcorn State. I bounced around different colleges. Um, what helped me get opportunities professionally was because of my 40. I ran a 4.38, so that kind of like, it's all about, if you don't have film, you better be fast. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me a lot in a lot of cases. But I do wish that I would have had a coach like Coach Prime, because I would have been better off. I wouldn't have had to, go that route, if that makes sense. No, I'm going to the casino tomorrow. Okay, that's great. That's great. Can you schedule your live stream on here? Yes. Yes, you can. You can schedule your live stream. You can use StreamYard, as you guys can see on the top right. I'm not real professional. I actually can take that out, but you can use that and then just schedule when you want to go live, and that's how you do that. Facts. Yeah, facts, facts. I agree 100. That crossing route seems to kill us every game. Yes. And if it's so difficult to stop, why should we not do it? You know what I'm saying? Like if I see something that's so hard to stop and everybody's doing it when they play us, then should we return a favor? But yet I haven't seen us doing it, and I just don't understand that. What positions you play? Wide receiver, kick return, and punt return. Cool, MagDog. Is there anywhere I can see your highlights? Yes, yes. I actually, I will share it. Let me see. I think I can actually share it from here. Give me a second. But what I would do, I would put it in the description of this video for those that want to check it out, and I can show y'all the live. I mean, not the live, the highlights and stuff like that. The camera, what's going on? He says, "What do you think about the O line? With looked against TCU, we might have some dogs. I, we're gonna have to really work on that O line. We obviously missing Tyler Brown. It's unfortunate with his case, but I do think we have dogs on the bench. We have guys on the bench that probably could help us a lot for whatever reason. That's the and I can understand why Coach Prime the way he is, as far as if you practice good, you can actually play. But the thing is, you got a lot of people that don't practice good and play good, so you have to be careful with that. He didn't even know Amarian Miller was who he was until he actually got in the game, and I think that's the downfall of judging things off of practice. So I think we might have some guys, man, offensive linemen that is good, but they don't practice good. Definitely, definitely. Much love in California. California is definitely my favorite spot to visit. San Diego, to be exact. Okay, cool. I'll check them out when you post it. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I will make sure that I put it in the description, and you can kind of see the highlights and stuff like that. Because I actually was in the spring league. I have where Johnny Manziel was the quarterback. It's pretty cool, man. I enjoyed my time playing. What's good, bro? We're gonna bounce back. Trust me. Yes, dude. We're gonna definitely bounce back. I believe we're gonna do that for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna get overly excited because I've been let down so many weeks, and it's the same things. It's the same things that's been letting us down. Yes, I put a defensive end, linebacker, cornerback on the receivers to stop the slant. They run every single game. I'm tired of that. Yes, I'm tired of it. I'm definitely tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm exhausted from it as well. And it's something simple to stop. As a former receiver, I can tell you guys, I couldn't run the same route every game over and over and over and over and over and over again because they had coaches to make adjustments to take that away. So I had to come up with something new. So I'm blaming it all on the coaches. That part of it. What grade would you give the offensive and defensive coordinators? A C. To be realistic, I give them a C. A C grade. I give Coach Kelly, the defensive coordinator, a F. And the reason why is because you have to think about how many points have been scored. I can't give you guys one of y'all can go look and Google it, but they have scored a lot of points. They have allowed a lot of points to be scored defensively. Offensively, I have to give Coach a C. Sean Lewis, I have to give him a C because he have been putting up points. And the reason why I can't give him a B and A because he haven't been managing the game the right way as far as time management. So I have to give him a C because he have been getting us some points, but I couldn't give him an A or a B for sure. What about you, Stella? Agreed. Not everyone is a good test taker. Got to switch it up, old school mentality. I agree with you 100%. Not everyone not a good test taker. I wasn't a good test taker, but I still knew some things. So it's kind of like you have to be careful with that. But if you coach prime, you should want to go ahead and make those. I mean, what do you have to lose? If the offensive line has been giving up the most sacks in college football, what we have to lose by trying somebody else out? CU will win 2 weeks to prepare, just like game one. Yes, I agree. They got 2 weeks to prepare. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's enough time to be ready. How do you feel about Travis playing both sides? Very, very good question. Is it hurting his stats? Should he choose a side of the ball? Do you think this hurts the morale of the other players? This is a golden comment right here. Very, very good question. And I'm kind of like in between, to be honest with you. Um, Travis, for one, is not 100% because we saw during the game some moments where he was kind of barely getting off the field. So because of that, I would manage him playing both sides. Now, if he was 100% as far as health wise, I don't see anything wrong with him playing both ways because he is in shape. I mean, he played every snap against TCU, so I mean the man can do it. But because he's not 100%, I would be very careful with putting him both sides. Because when you're not 100%, your body is not 100%. You know what I'm saying? And as far as is it hurting his stats? I don't think so. I actually, when he's healthy, is helping his stats because the numbers he was putting up, it had him in the Heisman candidate race. But that injury hurted his stats. I think health is what's hurting his stats. Should he choose a side of the ball? I mean, I wouldn't. It's all about how he can manage his health. Put it like this: if he can't be 100% the whole entire year, then yes, I would choose a side. Until I'm able to go both ways because he can go both ways when he's healthy. Do you think this hurts the morale of the other players? I do think so, and the reason I say that is because when he before he got injured, there was no Amari Miller, there was no Dawson, there was no Xavier Weaver. Believe it or not, well, yeah, Xavier did have over 100 yards, but it still wasn't the Xavier Weaver we saw when he actually got injured. When he came back, it started taking away from the other guys. So I do think it does hurt the morale of the other players. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't allow them to get out there and show what they can do. Because again, you got Kamani McLean, to me, is ready now. But I just don't. I think that it hurts the team as far as seeing what others can do. Because all you're doing is depending on one person. It's football is a team game. You play with 11 players, not one. So I think that's what hurted us last week against Stanford during the second half because the coach outcoached us because he figured, okay, if y'all only going to use somebody that's not 100%, we're going to take advantage of that and we're going to go ahead and go at him. They went at Travis Hunter the whole entire game, and they won that battle because one person was 100%, the other person wasn't. Do you think the coaches are nervous and calling not so great plays? Maybe it's a lot of pressure on them too. I don't think nervous has anything to do with it because these coaches combined have over 250 years of coaching experience. So they've been coaching the game for a very, very long time. I just think that they not coaching well. I don't think of the environment because as coaches, you want to be in this environment. As players, you dream of being in this environment when you have that type of pressure. So that's what you enjoy. Everybody want to be able to have millions and millions of people watching them play. Unfortunately, I couldn't. Unfortunately, the games that I played in, it was empty seats in a lot of places that I played in. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved for full seats in games. You dream of that. So I can't say the moment was too big for them or not. I can't say it was too big for them. I just think that they just being out coached. Would you let Dennis Thurman take over the defense? You know what he brings to the table. Kelly ain't getting it. Um, that may be a good. It may be some good to do. You know what I'm saying? Coach Kelly, when he has the right players, he do better. Like Slusher, Kamani. When he have all those guys together, he perform his play calls is a little bit better. So I would give Coach Kelly a little more time because he do know what he's talking about. But it's the things that's I just don't understand why we can't stop the same thing over and over. That's something that I'm confused by that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very confused by that. You would expect something like that to be rigged. You know what I'm saying? I played the game before, so I know the game is not rigged. But when somebody can't stop something that simple, it kind of like just I don't understand that at all. You think Prime needs to take over? Yes. Now that's a good point. Coach Prime could definitely do it. I really believe Coach Prime could definitely take over the defense. Not just because of what he was able to do individually, but because he's been around great defensive coordinators. He's been, you know, playing great as far as the Atlanta Falcons and the Cowboys. He's been around those defensive coordinators. He know what he's talking about. So if it gets out of hand, yeah, I definitely would like Prime to take over. But we can't wait too late. You know what I'm saying? Because we only have a certain, believe it or not, football season go by very, very fast. So if he going to do it, it needs to be like ASAP. If not, then it's gonna have to be something done next year, or hire somebody else. I like then, yeah, he did a great job at JSU, definitely did. So that wouldn't be a bad, that wouldn't be bad right there. Sunflower Brown, shout out to her, always showing love to the channel. You know, um, long time supporter from California as well. As I said before, I love Cali, man. You guys are very lucky to be staying in California. When I went to California, I fell in love. San Diego, then I went to LA, and I didn't want to come back home. Thanks for your insight. Yeah, thank you for those questions. Those amazing questions. Thoughts on C. Stoudemire getting beat every play, yelling back at Coach Prime. I definitely have a problem with that. I have a problem with players uncoachable. Um, you know, I know Coach Prime is not he he's not. I don't want to believe, and I'm not going to allow y'all to believe that he shows favorites. But when you see what you saw with Stoudemire and Coach Prime, it makes you think of those things because you got one player being punished because he haven't been watching film, I guess, or he haven't showed up to meetings on time. He's uncoachable. Where you have C. Stoudemire showed himself yelling at Coach Prime for getting beat, and he's still able to play. That's a problem with me. So how can you allow Stoudemire to play, but sit Kamani McLean? Now maybe the standards are very, very high for Kamani with Coach Prime. Maybe that's why he's harder, tough love on Kamani than Stoudemire, whatever. But it's still fair. It's fair. Stanford made the next. Yes, they did. We got out coached. They definitely made the necessary adjustments at halftime. They figured it out. It was simple. It was very, very simple. And they made simple adjustments and won the game. That's all football is simple adjustments. That's all it is. If we would have took away the slant by now, we would have at least be in a situation where we at least need to win one game. Did you see that live video Kamani did do a 94 on the highway? I wonder what the coach going to say to him. Wow, I didn't see that. Yeah, all it takes is one mistake. And the bye week is a week where it's the most challenging. It's serious. It's very, very serious. I don't know how I can explain it to y'all, man, but the peer pressure is real when during the bye week because you free now. You don't have coaches over you yelling at you. A lot of them getting NIL deals so they can go fly anywhere they want to go. You know what I'm saying? So you can make a mistake, and you have people out there that want to see you make that mistake. You know what I'm saying? So I pray that all those guys get back safely. They don't make a mistake. All it takes is a split second for your life to change completely. So I just hope and pray those guys all make it back safely. But no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. That's crazy. 94 on the highway. Kamani McLean doing 94 miles an hour on the highway. Yeah, that has me concerned for sure. That tells me, for one, he is maybe he's so much ready to get away from there. It's crazy, but I just hope that he don't make that mistake. That's crazy right there. I didn't know that. He ready to get home that bad. Tom thinks it's funny. Yeah, that's crazy. Who is the defensive line coach? They get absolutely zero pressure in the backfield. Who is this defensive line coach, guys? Is it Coach Williams? I think it's Coach Williams, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they get zero pressure. That's why we need Warren Sapp. Having Warren Sapp, because he's trying to come coach next year. He's in school right now. So if we can get him, I think it'll help us a lot more on that defensive line. But yeah, we ain't getting no pressure. Colin, what's going on? MAGDOG TV, no favoritism. Kamani got burnt twice in the first half by crossing route. Yeah, I mean, you get beat as you get beat. You know what I'm saying? But Stoudemire got beat all game, and then he was yelling at the coach. Kamani McLean, 5-star, number one in his position as far as his class, get benched. I don't see him on the sideline yelling at Coach Prime. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're going to punish one, you got to punish the other one. I think Coach Prime should play every player. It seems like some players are injured. Let the 4- and 5-star play sit in the bench. I agree. 100% I agree with that. We don't have anything else to lose. The 4- and 5-stars, all of them haven't been playing great football, so why should we not try other players? Because we might have other diamonds. We might have other items in that luggage that you don't know about. So I do think we should play other players for sure. Caleb Mathis, I mean, he's a player that haven't played any besides special teams. You know what I'm saying? But he's been with them since spring, and he's a good receiver. They have a lot of work to do defensively, but I do feel like there's a lot of guys that can play football on that team that haven't played yet. Most of the players' dad played in the NFL, politics, and in Kamani McLean defense, he's in the locker room. So if I hear that from him, I have to, as a reporter or a journalist, I have to take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? And I know football is a political game. It is a political game. So not saying Coach Prime them like that, because again, Coach Prime seemed like he's the type that's fair. So I don't want you guys, cause I know how y'all are. Y'all would twist my words, but I'm just saying that Kamani McLean is there though. 94 kilometers. Lead that dude along riding on the highway, Kamani still. Yeah, just long. It wasn't 94 miles. So we have a garbage truck that's very loud coming through. So I'm gonna pause the video for a couple seconds. What impact do you think Warren Sapp will have on next year's defense? A very, very big impact. And I say that because we, for one, it's going to help recruiting. Because, for an example, I played wide receiver. If I knew a school like, let's just say any school, Memphis University, if I heard that Randy Moss is coaching wide receivers, or if I heard Terrell Owens or Antonio Brown, anybody that's coaching wide receivers that I used to look up to as a player, I'm gonna want to go there. So it's gonna help recruiting. Two, it's going to help teaching and coaching because Warren Sapp is a Hall of Famer. So you getting a major impact on the defensive line for next year and the defense in general. Bro, all the wide receivers got burned on them quick routes. Yeah, it's the same thing every week. Kamani wasn't headed home, just silly doing 94. Well, yeah, he better be careful, man, because one thing about a car, it ain't even about you driving it. You have to watch others too. So you got to be very, very careful driving 94 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is a mistake. Look, think about Fast and the Furious. They was making the movie. Paul Walker. Every year, but even though he was on the passenger side, but all it takes is one mistake. Getting beat in a crossing route is different than getting beat. And man, if we keeping it real, the narrative of Kamani getting beat isn't the full or accurate picture. Yeah, you have to. I just feel like you have to put your players in position because it ain't just Kamani McLean; it's the whole entire team getting beat by the crossing route. You know what I'm saying? So I can see if it was just one person. If it was just only Kamani McLean, then I'd be like, yeah, you guys got a point. But if it's everybody, then I'm blaming the coaches, and especially if we here at this part of the season still talking about the same thing we was talking about week one. That was just plain disrespect as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it definitely was. I've never ever yelled at a coach, even if, especially the coaches back in my days, they would cuss you out, tell you when you can drink water, when you can't drink water. You couldn't wear visors. You know what I'm saying? But I never yelled at them because you got to be coachable. Just think if an NFL scout came to recruit you that day and he see you on the sideline yelling at Coach Prime. You know what I'm saying? Sam's, yes, it does. It does. It ain't got to always be the expensive stuff. You know what I'm saying? Amari Miller was one of those examples. Kamani told Stedemeyer to chill out. Hey, that's teamwork. You know what I'm saying? I never see Kamani yelling at coaches. You know what I'm saying? So he just had some personal things to work on as far as going and showing up at the meetings. But all that's old though. You know what I'm saying? We haven't heard anything as of late of him doing the same thing because he's been playing a little bit more and more each game. So maybe he have finally understood that side of it. Whatever, you'll be the same person that says he didn't do it. He's innocent. He's guilty. Yeah. Yeah. Driving 94 miles an hour, that's something that you just going to be. Oh, you talking about Stoudemire? Yeah, that's crazy. I saw that he was fed up. Warren Sapp can't get there fast enough. Yeah. I am excited about Kareem Harden, hopefully staying in the starting lineup when Savion Washington, also Coach Sal is D-line coach. Yeah, I think that would be great. Having Kareem Harden staying in that lineup is going to definitely be helpful. I agree with you 100%. Do you think by not playing Kamani a 5-star will hurt recruiting other than 5-star because most want to play? Man, that's a good question. That's a very good question because you expect the 5-star to play. Regard, I don't care what nobody say. You expect the 5-star to play. So I hope it don't. I hope it don't because it has helped Coach Prime 2 years in a row. Travis Hunter, number one. Kamani McLean, number one, 2 years in a row. Here we are going into the third year. You want to hope that Coach Prime can do it again. That'd be 3 years in a row. So I just hope it don't because this is the first year where I've seen him punish somebody like Kamani McLean. But what may not hurt it as much is him saying why he punished Kamani. So I think it'll send a message to the 5-star that like, look, I need to go. I need to be about business. I need to be a professional. Yeah, I mean, Antonio Brown is just, you know, yeah, I understand that side of it. But on the field, Antonio Brown is who I used to look up to, on the field. But yeah, what he does off the field, yeah, you're right on that. You can do all the coaching and get a Hall of Fame coach that don't mean nothing if the players don't put in the effort. Yeah, it definitely worked both ways. He doesn't have to be careful driving 94 miles an hour. Yeah, I agree 100%. Take a life, lose your own speeding ticket. Like all of those things is what Coach Prime was telling those guys yesterday. Don't make the mistake. And so he broke the rule. If he like I said, y'all watch the video. I haven't watched the video. I can only go by what y'all tell me. So if it's true that he was driving 94 miles per hour, he was driving over the limit. So that's a rule that's broken by law. If I go and get in my car and drive 94 miles an hour down the highway in Mississippi, I'm getting a speeding ticket. You know what I'm saying? So that's still not smart on his case. And then you can have a tire blowout, and now we're talking about life. All it takes, just that simple. A nail on the road. You know what I'm saying? Something that you don't see. And your tire blow out while you're going 94 miles an hour. Now you wonder how you're gonna control the car. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be very careful when you do those things. I do them every now and then. I have a Mustang. I'd be a lie to tell you guys that I don't do it every now and then, but you still have to be careful. That's definitely for sure. You can get all the Hall of Fame coaches you want if the players don't out. Yeah, that's true. But I do believe that having Warren Sapp will help them defensively. Hey, hey, dude, what you feel about Trevor Woods? Looked like he played closer to the line last week. And no Juju again. More reason for Kelly. Trevor Woods, I think he's doing better by playing closer to the line because he has no speed. And we have Slusher, who's a dog at safety, Cam, a dog at safety, Shiloh, and all of them. So I think it's good for having Trevor closer to the line. And then Roger Ward. Roger Ward had a good game. But I'm curious to know why we're not seeing Juju. So I don't know what's the deal with Coach Kelly on that. I believe Tom Brady is not an arrogant. I wish I could say the same. I mean, everybody's different, you know. Everybody is different. Kareem Harden sucks. He had two back-to-back penalties playing Stanford. I mean, it's football though. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes. Now, if you're doing it over and over every game, then you can say something like that. Stoudemire was mad because of the ref wasn't making the calls. But I don't care what's your reason for what's done on the field. You don't yell at coach. He was yelling at Coach Prime. So, I don't care what your reason is. Because Coach Prime was actually going to talk to him, but he kept walking away and yelling. So he was wrong on that. I don't know. I think it might be the young man's grades because Travis didn't play because he was injured. Yeah, grades could be a problem too. You have to be able to keep your grades up. You know. I am hoping that we can work on an in-game adjustments, even with. Yes, I agree. We really shouldn't even need time to do this in practice. These coaches has the experience to make adjustments during the game. If you see a team doing something, you would expect the coaches to make those adjustments during the game. Like you can see it. A lot of them been playing football or been around the game for so many years. So you would think that would be the case. I agree. We even with all our errors, we only a few plays from 6-1. I agree with you 100%. MAGDOG, do you think Shiloh underrated? Um, he has the most tackles on the team, but he doesn't get the credit that he deserves. Um, but the thing is that when you on a team with a quarterback that's a Heisman candidate, it usually takes away from the other players. It always been that way, even in the NFL. Quarterbacks are the most highest paid position in football. So I think because of that, it takes a little bit away from not only just Shiloh but other players. So, but yeah, Shiloh is definitely a dog. He's a great player. Um, it's just that he's on a team with a top 5 first round pick quarterback. So of course, all the attention going to go to the quarterback. I feel like Shiloh the best on their defense right now. I agree. The best, he's definitely one of them. He's definitely one of them. Kareem Harden doesn't now. Yeah, he don't suck at all. I don't even know if I can say that on here, but no, he don't. He won't going that fast. Oh, he wasn't going that fast. He was starting at 63. 94 was in kilometers. Yeah, I hope you're right. It's sad because Coach Prime gave public praise. Yes, it is. It is. He did give public praise. I wish every freshman was like him. He sure did. He sure did do that. And for the following week, yeah, that don't look right. That's just like, you know, my mom is bragging on me, and I go and do something to get myself in trouble. Now everybody gonna look at my mom and be like, you know. So yeah, you're right on that. My first game, I had straight tackles, playing tackle, no excuse. Yep, that was fair, I guess. I'm just tired of this line. Want to see some new faces at this point. Me too. All over the field, I want to see new faces. What do we have to lose? Don't forget the thumbs up. Yeah, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. 119 people in the room. All you guys can do hit the like button. I don't ask for nothing else. And then it's free. Roderick Ward is a beast, but he didn't really play until Shiloh got hurt. You think there's some issues with personnel? Absolutely. Absolutely. Roderick Ward is another example, another great comment of a player that one of those items in that luggage bag that Coach Prime may have overlooked. I'm not going to say he wasn't aware of it because he obviously offered them to come play, but there's more. I will tell y'all there's more items in that bag, and it's tough. It's going to be up to the personnel, man, to really the coaches to really do the right thing as far as evaluation. But it's definitely a mistake. That O line is hurting the whole team. Yes, Shador is also holding the ball too long in a lot of cases. So we can't just say it's all the O line. A lot of times it be Shador Sanders. A lot of times it be wide receivers running the wrong route or not making the proper adjustments during the play. It's a lot of things we don't see when we're watching the game that could possibly happen. But whatever, and it could be the wrong play call from Coach Sean Lewis. So it could be a lot of reasons why we see it the way that we see it. But we all know the offensive line you know, definitely needs some type of adjustments. Dennis Thurman needs to be more involved in defense because Coach Kelly was brought in shallow as a position coach. Yeah, I like Dennis Thurman. I do like Dennis Thurman because I do remember what he did um, at Jackson State. So maybe we have to do that. Maybe we should. Um, maybe we should try Dennis Thurman or Coach Prime. But it's just the fact of if Coach Prime want to have to take on that role because you're a head coach and you want to be a defensive coordinator at the same time is a lot of work on a coach. So what do you guys think as far as this UCLA game? Kelly is a good position coach. I agree with you on that. He's definitely a good position coach, but a good defensive coordinator, I can't bag up. I can't bag that up, you know, because the amount of points we have allowed, and no adjustments during the game. So I can't say he's a great defensive coordinator. Honest thoughts on Alto. He runs a few good plays and then we never see him again. It's not funny, but really just trying to understand what's going on. I have zero understanding of that either. Because when he gets in the game, I love when I see him in the game because he's a big running back. You know, he's smooth. He gets a lot of yards. 5 yards is a lot of yards in football. 4 yards, 3 yards is, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? If you run 3 for 3 yards 3 times, that's a first down. So, I mean, it puts you in that position. You know what I'm saying? And then to see him being taken out, I don't understand. He never said he was still injured or hurt. So I don't understand why they keep allowing him to come in and then I don't understand. Now, I could see if he come in and then maybe he play again later on during that game. But he always come in for 1 or 2 plays, and you never see him the rest of the game. I don't understand that at all, and that's every game. I'm ready to unleash number 3 again. Dude needs the ball. So many great running backs. No run game is killing them. Yes, I agree. Put him in position to make those plays that we know we want to see. You know, running the ball up the middle, putting him in position to trying to block, you know, 6'3", 6'4", 240-pound linebackers. You know, that's another reason why Shador is getting sacked. You know, I don't never see them rotating. Like I said, it's personnel issues as well. They be expecting Dylan Edwards to block the outside linebackers that's coming in. Like I don't and then he running in the A and B gap. It's just a lot that I just don't understand. We need to bring in a real special teams coach. They are managing all the running backs poorly. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. For UCLA, we got to prepare for the defense, meaning Shador will have to play perfect for us to win. To be honest, we have to see a TCU type performance. If the O line can give Shador's time, we can beat UCLA. The only team that we played that I will give respect to and say they beat us is Oregon. That's the only team that I would admit and be like, look, that's a team that probably, if we played them again, would do the same thing. Because Oregon, they beat the mess out of us. Everybody else, I feel like we could have beat. But the thing about football, it don't matter if you could or would have or should have. You didn't. So it doesn't change that we still lost. Because I feel like USC is a better team than UCLA. You know, so I feel like we can beat UCLA if we play for 60 minutes. It's a passing offense. Okay, so it should be a high scoring game, like he said, the TCU game. I hate to say that because we can't play defense, so um, it's going to probably be a high scoring game. Alton definitely should start, and he can catch out the backfield. Yes, he reminds me a little bit of that, um, like LaShawn McCoy type of running back, but they just won't let him off the hook. I just don't understand why they won't let him off the hook. Like, why? I just don't understand that. Was just checking tickets for UCLA, man. They would be nice. I think they get this dub. Yeah, I'm actually planning to go to one of those games, them home games. But yeah, it would be nice. It definitely would be nice. A few years ago, Texas was really bad. Same as CU, they have some fit coaches and players in Big 12. Yep, it takes time. It's just the first year, but there's no excuses for what we're seeing in the first year. In Colorado case, it's not even about it being the first year. It's about coaching. Like you have the players to beat some of these teams. You know what I'm saying? So in this situation, it's a little bit different. It's not like we need to rebuild to beat Stanford. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have to wait next year to beat that team. We just got out coached. So I'm just concerned on the coaching aspect before the next few years. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm concerned on. We need to make changes if we're going to continue to play the way we've been playing. Because it don't matter if you got the players or not. If you can't coach, then it's not gonna matter at all. The only good linebacker we have is Juju. I don't understand why we're not playing him. He definitely one of the great players as far as defensively, as far as at the linebacker position. I don't know why he missing. Again, personnel, this coaching, everything we're talking about right now that you guys are commenting about is all dealing with coaches. Politics. Everybody have a right to feel the way they feel. You know, I think there are some issues amongst the players. It's the ones that not playing against the actual players. Teammates have to get along. It shows on the field, personnel issues. Yeah, it's a lot of problems right now in that Colorado locker room. A lot of problems. I follow some of the players. I ain't gonna say no names. I follow some of the players and some of their Instagram stories be like throw shade at Coach Prime and some of the. I ain't gonna get into that, but I'm gonna just tell you that it's the locker room not 100% together. But I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus because you guys will go and tell them, and I've had issues with that before. But yeah, the locker room not 100% together right now. They gotta buy in, and they haven't bought in at all right now. Do you think Weaver will be entering the draft next year? Absolutely, yes. 100% yes. What did he have to come back for? I mean, if he continued to play at the pace he's playing, why would you want to come back when you don't know, for one, the offensive line? So, when you don't have a good offensive line, it's hard to run certain routes. That impacts wide receivers as well, because if your quarterback getting sacked, there's only one ball go around each play if you're passing the ball. So you have 4 or 5 wide receivers out there at one time. It's not to say that you're going to have the same stats. So while your stock is high, he probably can't leave this year, but whenever he can leave, if I'm Weaver, I'm gone. And that brings up another question that I have for y'all, 145 people in the room. If you should do it Sanders, should you leave after this year? Now, before y'all say or give me your opinion, remember he's the most sacked on his team. I mean, in college football, in FBS altogether. So, should you leave? I know Coach Prime said he's not going anywhere. I understand that, so you guys don't have to comment that. I'm aware of all of those things, but should he go back against his father, or should he come back and risk, those things? How do y'all feel about that? I know he's gonna get the bag, so I mean he's not gonna miss out from that. But that's something as a player you should think about. Because if it's me, I'm gonna have to see what my dad doing. Like I love my dad, but I'm gonna have to make sure you really protecting me. You know what I'm saying? If not, I'm going to the NFL because my stock is high. But y'all might have different opinions. That's why I'm asking y'all. You know, I'm not always right. Y'all might have some opinions that can change my mind. We got to commit to the run with Alton, play less players on defense, keep Kareem Harden at tackle, Washington play middle. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Shout out to Pastor, man. He always having great comments. You know what I'm saying? You guys will see him sometimes join the live. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely knows his stuff as far as football go. And I agree with him 100%. Do it all. I still believe in the Buffs, but I do think that he needs to switch out all the Louis bags when they are not doing good jobs. I agree. There are times when the some of those guys don't do well, but they still play. And that's not fair. That's not fair at all because Amari Miller played great against USC, didn't have a very good game the following week, and then we didn't see him any or as much. I didn't see him any against Stanford. You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna hold everybody accountable as far as consistency, you know what I'm saying? It needs to be everybody, not just. But I get it. I understand. I get it. Some players you just like Travis Hunter, for an example. If he played horrible, you're not going to bench Travis because Travis is Travis. So, some players just get certain favors. That's just what it comes with, unfortunately. Watching number 3 trying to block is so painful. Yes, it is. It really is. And we have coaches that watching it. Like that's what I don't understand. It's funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, but it's not funny because during the game I'd be pissed off. But now I can laugh. This is the bye week. Now we can laugh about it. But yes, it's definitely funny when I see that. When you got somebody that's 6'2", 215 on the sideline, all muscle, watching little old Dylan Edwards trying to block these guys, man. It's crazy. Dylan should be used like Christian. I agree. He definitely should be. Christian, a lot of other great running backs like Dylan. Gaines Well, Austin Scott. You know what I'm saying? That running back for the Chargers. I can't think of anything Eckler. There's a lot of running backs that's doing good because they coaches using them the right way. CU has to rebuild right now. Rebuild. Coach Brewster has done a phenomenal job. I can imagine if he only had a tight end. Harrison is a good tight end to me. And yes, Coach Brewster has done a phenomenal job. And he has been warning these players about playing 60 minutes ever since he arrived. And every time he's speaking, before he speaks, I hear the players, they like to laugh around and joke around, man. But Coach Brewster is somebody that really loves football. He really loves the game. He takes it serious. You know what I'm saying? And you need a coach like Coach Brewster in your locker room. But everything he saying he been telling them he been learning about playing 60 minutes and they still haven't received that message. There's only so much you can motivate with players. So a lot of it is both. It ain't just coaches, it's players too. We got to learn how to use number 3. I agree 100%. This is Weaver last year eligibility, so he definitely going to enter the draft. Okay, but yeah, this is last year. It worked out best for him individually because he has the numbers, he has the film. I don't know how he's going to do as far as the 40-yard dash, but he should be still behind, 4.4, 4.5, and we should see him on Sundays. Kamani is a complete and unquestionable dog. We have to outscore only. Yeah, we got to outscore this year. Okay, we have a super chat. Appreciate Pastor as always. Super chat. He says, I definitely ain't a coach, but it don't take gold jacket to know some of this stuff. Gotta put the player in position to succeed, step up coaches. Absolutely 100%. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm talking to you on lives, your knowledge is high as if you have had history in coaching. Because I can clearly know a person that knows about what they're talking about when I talk to them. So yeah, you definitely have to have a gold jacket. You definitely know your stuff, and I agree with you 100%. Definitely got to put the player in position to succeed, and we haven't been doing that. I agree with you 100%. These coaches definitely got to step up because we all watching the same thing. A kid can see the same thing we see every week. You know what I'm saying? A kid that's playing pee wee football that knows what a slant route is, or that knows what a crossing route is, can tell us they can't stop the crossing routes. You know what I'm saying? Because they see it every single game. It don't take a rocket science to see that. And it's crazy that we can't stop it. Too much favoritism on Coach Prime team. Prime got favorites. Kamani is just as good as Travis Hunter. And that's the thing. Like, everybody's saying favoritism. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, you have to understand why they feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because of certain things that's been done this season. So, I mean, I don't think it's favoritism, but I do think that other players get certain benefit of the doubt. And then when I say that, that does align with favoritism. So, you guys got a good point, man. I mean, real is real. Some players do get the benefit of the doubt. Bad coaching, bad decision making. Bishop Thomas is the future. Until Travis is ready, let him play one side of the ball offensively. Yeah, I agree with you, D lady, because he's not 100% right now. And I think, I would actually prefer him to play secondary. Well, I don't know. And I say that because I feel like we need more help defensively than offense. We have the wide receivers. We can't score, without Travis. But defensively is just so bad. I just think he would help the team better. But the thing is, if he's not 100%, then, he's going to have to make those tackles and stuff like that. So Coach Brown wanted him to actually come back after the bye week, after this week. But for some reason, when we talk about favoritism, somebody just mentioned twice. You know what I'm saying? That's another example. Travis came out there and played when he felt like it. So, people can't get mad when people start throwing favoritism when we're seeing examples of favoritism. If it was Kamani McClain, do you guys think that, an honest question, if it was Kamani McClain, do you guys think that Coach Prime would allow him to play, or would he have to wait, like Coach Prime said, after the bye week? Because that's what Coach Prime said on national TV. But Travis said, I'm playing this week. And what happened? He played he played. So that sounds. I don't know. You guys tell me. The plays are called at the line. Do you understand that the play may not always have the right body in? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Hot take: Juju and Trevor playing time being managed so that Shiloh stays leading in the team and tackles. So you think that's what it is? So you think what it is that you think that Juju and Trevor is not playing so Shiloh can still lead the team in tackles? Not gonna comment. No comment. I don't agree. No comment. I can barely hear you. Okay, what about now? Can you guys hear me now? Something wrong with your sound? Let me see. Can you guys hear me now? Testing, testing. Drop a comment and let me know if y'all can hear me now. What if that treatment comes from film? Can y'all hear me? Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. Like a lag echo. Let's see. Okay, sounds weird. Okay, okay. Let me see. All right, what about now? Is it still weird? You good? Okay, okay, okay. No. All right, perfect. Let's see. When Travis is in, it becomes the Shadur and Travis show. Yeah, it looks like that. It definitely looks like that. It looks like that, you know. I can see why y'all feel that way. It definitely looked like it. You good? Okay, appreciate it, appreciate it. Fact, Shadur only really wants to throw to Travis. I noticed that. I have noticed that, you know, I have noticed that. I have noticed that penalties, no pain associated with the penalties. Run stairs, run sprints, do yoga, something because most sack quarterback and most penalties, something is a miss. Yes, you were absolutely right. That's the thing about it, though. You know, a lot of these guys is not hungry. You know, I don't know if that continues to translate into losses. These boosters going to fire prime. You can't sit generational talents because of practice reps. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. At the least, they may try to sit prime aside and ask him some questions or something like that, so he can play those guys. But to fire Coach Prime, you got to understand what you getting rid of. Like you getting rid of like money. Think about how much money Colorado has made alone on merch. Think about how much publicity they have made. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can't get rid of that, but you can at least try to maybe manage it a little bit better. But Colorado will be insane if they did that. Travis probably be open probably. There be times when Travis is covered, double covered and everything. He still throw it to him. You know, I mean, let's keep it real. You know, you guys know I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. I ain't gonna say nothing that's gonna ruin anything, but I'm gonna be real. He does. I mean, he's the number one target. You know, but that's normal. That's normal though. That is normal. I'm not gonna say this not normal. He's that number one target for sure. I don't know where J5 is. J5 was J5 in the spring, and then I just don't know. He's one of my favorite wide receivers on this roster, but I just don't know why. I can say that some passes I see that's underthrown that by Shedeur Sanders. I can say that a lot of times he be like wide open, and Shedeur don't put the ball in a position for him to run under it. So, but J5 is one of those players that I'm waiting to get that breakout game because I know he got it in him. Yeah, I doubt they fire him. That'll be the worst mistake in history with all that he's been able to do and is doing. Some of those dudes act like they playing pee wee football. The offense have more enough weapons. Travis needs to play defense. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I would prefer Travis to play defense than offense because we need him more on defense. If he used the whole field, Shedeur would be better. Prime is going nowhere. Yeah, I agree. He ain't going nowhere. I can tell you that. That's one right there where it don't take a baby to understand that one. Coach Prime picked up a lot of bad habits. Nah, I can't say that either. I can't say that either. Coach Prime haven't picked up any bad habits. You know what I'm saying? You don't go he 4-3 now, and there was 1-11 last year, so he's over 500. Give him time to give him some time. Trust me. It was the same when he was at Jackson State. I agree, 100%. Give him time, 3 years. We will be talking about Prime in a national championship. Like give him some time. It's just the first year. You know, I just have different opinions about the personnel issues, not stopping the same stuff. But I don't think in 3 years we're gonna have the same problem. J5 ankle was an issue. Okay. They need a bigger and faster running back. Bigger and faster running back. They have that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They have that. They have that. We ain't even seen Smoke yet. You know what I'm saying? And he's a great running back. Savion Wilkerson is a great running back. He's not tall, but he has size. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Horn really has not been doing nothing. He haven't been doing anything, but they say it's ankle issues. They not using him correctly. J5 is a star. Blame the offensive coordinator. J5 needs to be more involved. Yeah, put him on some reverses. Put him on some bubble screens. You know, throw the slant and the crossing routes to him. I mean, he runs a 4-3, you know, and we obviously can't stop it. So why shouldn't we do the same thing that teams doing to us? I don't understand that either. Understand something as an individual who works with the dominant culture in corporate America. Eventually, BT Awards. Yeah. Shedeur holds the ball too long. It's not the O-line. There is times when Shedeur do hold the ball a long time. I like J5. He need to work on his footwork. I like J5 too. I really do. It's really the O line though. It's really the O line. It's not us YouTubers from other cultures already speaking on it. Yeah, Coach Prime is what he was at JSU. For example, going on fourth down in opposition territory with 29-19 lead. I didn't agree with that either. I do remember what you're talking about, Romel. Great comment. Uh, it tells me you have a good eye for watching stuff. But yeah, I remember that. I don't understand why he did that either. I mean, why? I mean, we up 29-19. Um, I do believe there is cases or situations where Prime want his son, which he should, to have those numbers. But I think even with the Stanford game, it bit us. It bit us in the, you know what, because of that aggression. You know what I'm saying? The second half, we was up 29-0 against Stanford, and we still throwing the ball 100 times. So I do believe that they want Shador to have his numbers. Because Shador threw for over 400 yards that game, I think. 5 touchdowns. Wilkinson should have stayed at Jackson State. Yeah, I agree. Because I can't tell y'all, man, it don't matter where you go. It's what you do when you get wherever you are. So, I mean, whether it's Jackson State, Alcorn, you want to go where you're going to play. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't playing, then your dreams is far away. So if I was Wilkerson, if I was Willie Gaines, I would have stayed at Jackson State and got my numbers and my film. I wouldn't have went in there. I'm talking about if I was them, because they had the numbers, they had the, TC Taylor, he came back and started coaching at Jackson State. So they spot was pretty much secured. But if I wasn't getting any playing time, then I would have went maybe to try to see if I can get an opportunity. But yeah, if I was Wilkerson or Willie Gaines, I would have stayed at Jackson State. First down, always a waste, hand off 5 yards deep, run up the middle. I agree with you 100%. No misdirection or creativity. So it seems like everybody's on the same page when we talk about Coach Sean Lewis. Everybody. And not just y'all. We're talking about Shannon Sharp, uh, Stephen A. Smith, Brian Clark. I mean, we're talking about a lot of people is agreeing to what y'all talking about. 473 yards allowed per game by the defense. We are lucky to be 4-3. Yep. 473 yards allowed per game. That's a lot of yards. I didn't even know that one. That's a lot of yards. I was gonna do an hour, but I see we got 158 people. Y'all are hot right now, so we'll keep going for a little bit longer. You guys are ungrateful. I wish Coach Prime chose my school. We're currently bowl eligible with a 6-1 record. Go Hawkeyes. Now it's not that we ungrateful. I don't think they ungrateful, man. They excited. They want to see changes ASAP, but they just gotta give it time. But we don't need time stopping the same thing as, like I said, crossing routes, slant routes, personnel issues, managing the clock. That's stuff that can be corrected now. Here we go. Blame it on the OC. Yeah, blame it on all of them. Everybody. Kamani too feel like he would have started at Miami. If Kamani wasn't watching film, wasn't showing up to meetings on time, he wouldn't have started at Miami either, though. You know what I'm saying? If he was doing that, and Coach Prime is gonna keep it real with us, so it don't matter where he go. You got to be able to do those things as a player. So he wouldn't have started either. It would have been the same thing. But should he play now? If he going to meetings, showing up on time, watching film, yes, he should play now. Juju is probably not playing for the same reason he is on the fourth team, and he's the best linebacker. Not playing for what reason? I don't understand that. And you can't tell me he's not watching film. He's not showing up to meetings. So I just don't understand that one. Y'all got to understand a lot of freshmen don't start. Archie Manning, he ain't even playing this year. Yeah, that's true. A lot of current players help heading to the portal. Coach Prime knows who. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of them. It's going to be a lot of them. I can feel that if this continues, and it's going to be one receiver that I feel like going to enter the portal, and we it's going to be a sad situation because he hasn't been playing, and he clearly their best wide receiver in my opinion. I'm gonna say Amari Miller. I'm gonna be real with y'all, Amari Miller. If he don't, if he don't play the amount of snaps that I know he should be playing, I wouldn't be surprised. Because I believe he's better than all the wide receivers, including Travis Hunter, is talking about as far as wide receivers, pure wide receivers. That's just my personal opinion. But if he ain't watching film, he ain't showing up to meetings, then I can understand it. But if he is and he's still not playing, then he have a right to go somewhere where he can play. I mean, Snoop Dogg called him the next day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was expecting that momentum to carry over. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, a lot of people love Amari Miller, man. I'm telling y'all. I believe in Coach Prime, all of his coaching and staff. It takes time. Definitely not ungrateful. Absolutely not. Just because we have an opinion don't mean we're ungrateful. Should the Buffaloes starting quarterback be in Boulder getting his players together, not in Miami on a party bus? Is there an urgency to win now? I mean, they're kids. For one, they're kids. You know, this the bye week. You know what I'm saying? And he's training. If I'm not mistaken, I thought he was in Houston. On Sports Illustrated, it had him being in Houston. But if he's in Miami on the party bus, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. Some players are different. Everybody is not the same as far as that go. Um, you know. So I mean, I don't. Everybody is not don't have that Mamba mentality. Like that Kobe Bryant. Everybody not like that. You know what I'm saying? So is he wrong for being in Miami on a party bus? No. If he would have stayed in Boulder and kept training with guys, would it have been great? Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna knock him for it. He living his life, living his best life right now. So, but why? But we don't know why he wasn't motivated to do it. Prime told the reporter to ask Juju. Okay, well there you go then. Maybe Juju did something that he shouldn't have did. Maybe that's the case. Maybe he did something he shouldn't have did. Then I disagree. Miami, different culture. Kamani would have brought it. You have a good point. Maybe he don't want to be. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But maybe he would have did better in the South. What happened to number 6? The kid was killing it. Please rotate these players, receivers. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Dawson. I have no idea. And he was balling once again. Another wide receiver that that's young. You know what I'm saying? That ain't playing. That could actually hit that portal too. That portal it gives leverage to these players now. They don't have to be They don't have to deal with BS. They can enter the portal when they feel like it. And if they ain't playing, I don't blame them. I'm being honest with y'all. I don't blame them. If Amari Miller don't play much this season towards the end of the stretch, I do not blame him for leaving. Juju was the last practice. At the last practice, okay. Kamani just got to adapt. Yeah, yeah, he definitely got to adapt to that environment. It ain't about the color, but I just think he got to adapt to like you know the different environment. The South is different from where they at. You know what I'm saying? I think going to the portal, Coach Prime did the exact thing to Nugget Warren at JSU. Number 6 is Dawson. Yeah, I don't know what's the deal with why Dawson ain't playing because he was making plays. But again, I think with Travis Hunter, it takes away from a lot of those guys. We had somebody ask earlier, does it hurt the morale of the other players with Travis going both ways? In that case, I do believe that it hurts the playing time of others because we rely so much on Travis to where players like Dawson, Amari, and Miller, if Willie Gaines, players like that, they rotation falls under a little bit. Shador isn't leaving. I hope you're right. Facts O is the best wide receiver. Yes, yes. Travis had a problem with O for sure. If you watch the practice film, Amari Miller is killing Travis Hunter. Absolutely. If you guys, I wish I had the link I can share with y'all where I reacted to both of them. Both practices when Amari Miller was doing Travis Hunter. He did him with Travis Hunter. He did it this year when Travis Hunter got back from that injury. The first day back, he did it. Amari Miller did it during the spring. If I ain't mistaken, well, no, it wasn't the spring. It was during the fall camp. You know, so yeah, Amari Miller been doing that. The kid can play, man. Amari Miller is good. I would think we will simplify the defensive call schemes. They seem to be thinking too much. I agree. It needs to be simple, man. It's simple. It needs to be simple. Don't overthink it. And he got gassed up to go to Boulder, and not a good fit. He is not their best wide receiver. Weaver is clearly, but that's the thing about it, though. We have a group of wide receivers where you could say Weaver, I could say Amari and Miller, somebody else can say Travis Hunter, somebody else may say J5, Javon Antonio, because Javon Antonio been balling the last few games. You know what I'm saying? Big wide receiver. So, we have the talent. So, I expect you to disagree because we have the best, in my opinion, one of the best wide receivers in college football. So that doesn't surprise me for you to say Weaver. And we ain't even mentioned Dawson. You have traffic in YouTube Street. Yeah, a lot of traffic, man. I was gonna do an hour, but I see everybody is hot right now. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do just a little bit more longer. But yeah, everybody's definitely coming in. We got over 150 people in the room. Just hit the like button. Agreed, Amari and Miller is a beast. Coach Prime said he practices like garbage. Yeah, when he said that, I'm like, how? Like, how? I love Coach Prime. But when he said that, I'm like, how? How is it? You know what I'm saying? What else do he need to do? Amari and Miller is a beast. What he was able to do against USC, a team that, you know, is probably gonna have an opportunity to play in the playoffs. Like, come on now. And he did it in one half. I agree. That's why because Travis is not a pure receiver. He's an athlete. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between a pure receiver and an athlete. You know, an athlete, you can put them anywhere on the field, whether it's wide receiver, punt return, kick return, DB, but that don't mean that they actually pure at that position. It just means they're just an athlete. They just great. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to explain. It looks, they say, Will A. Starting, stating the obvious, Shallow is a specialist. It looked like they just don't know how to use all this talent. Yeah. Yeah, that's what Sports Illustrated said. He's training in Houston. So I don't know where that Miami stuff come from. But if he is in Miami, like like this comment said by D, let him enjoy his days in Miami. Yeah, he's been the most sacked. So ain't nothing wrong with him wanting to get his mind right after being sacked as much as he has been. Saw a report for the Independence Bowl. Shadur not the one with the problem. So to me, that is not a problem enjoying yourself. No, not at all. Ain't nothing wrong with taking a vacation if you the most sacked quarterback, you know what I'm saying, and all FBS, why not take you a break? So we'll do about 10 more minutes. I definitely appreciate y'all stopping by. We may go live again on Sunday, but it's really not much we can talk about. I mean, this is a bye week, so we'll do our UCLA pregame for next week. UCLA gonna be a tough task. Yeah, every team we play gonna be a tough task. Every team. It ain't whether it's UCLA, Arizona, Oregon State, regardless of who we play, it's gonna be a tough task because everybody they want to beat us. How can I bet on CU Buffs? I missed that comment. How can I bet on CU Buffs to win from Cali? I want to bet at least 100 or more. I don't know about that one. You can do FanDuel, and they have other ones you can do online. Thanks for the observation and comments. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Super chat has so many. Appreciate you for the super chat, Calvin. Just got so many comments I'm trying to get to real quick. He posted a live video in Miami on the Yak talking to former JSU players. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He have, like I say, the NIL deals. He have the money to be in Miami today and be in Houston on tomorrow, tonight. Shador living it up, man. He living it up. Cavosi Smoke. I always get his first name wrong, so I'm gonna just say Smoke is playing special teams. What is with that? Did you see his highlights from Kentucky? Absolutely. A straight dog, a straight beast. Why he ain't playing, I have no idea. It seems like we are relying a lot on Hankerson to carry the load now. You ever tried out for the CFL, MAGDOG? Yeah, I tried 1 year to try out for the Stampede team, but it's a little bit different for me because wide receivers can be in motion, kind of like arena. But they didn't choose me, and I balled out. But CFL it wasn't meant for me to be in the CFL. But yeah, I definitely tried. MagDog, you need production support. Um, I mean, hitting the like button is the best support for me. You know, I don't ask for anything else, as you guys know. Just like Sir Ken say, man, salute, smash the like button. That's all I ask for. So, do anybody have any more questions as we get ready to close? Appreciate you guys stopping by. Pastor says we need this USCLA game to gather the boys' morale. Yes, a win against UCLA will get us back together. And salute to Shining King. Appreciate you guys, man. So that's it. That's all we're gonna do for the day. On Sunday, we will do another live, as we always do. You know, pre-game, post-game. But obviously, this is bye week. But we're gonna keep our tradition going as far as the lives go. Skull Bus for sure. We still believe. A lot of doubters and a lot of haters. You know, they gonna look at us funny when we rocking our CU gear. But keep rocking it to the fullest. Keep supporting this team. And they ain't think we was gonna be where we are today. You know, we over 500, and they had us losing to a lot of teams that we beat. So at the end of the day, we're gonna keep on keeping on, man. Uh, I make beats. Do you need instrumentals? Yeah, just I'm always welcome for all those things, man. Instrumentals, uh, shout outs. If some of you have, you know, Instagrams or whatever it is, you know, I'm always giving back. So I just put my Instagram name in the comments for anybody that wants something like that. You know, free. I don't charge anybody, man. I like to give, and I believe that you give, you receive it, man. That's what God say, so that's what I do. But what do you think about Gant inside, outside rush? I don't really know. I don't know. I do feel like we need to use more players because there's a lot of hidden gems on Colorado sideline that can help us in the game. So we'll see what Coach Prime do. Coach Prime gonna make adjustments like he always do. He did it at Jackson State. He'll do it again this year. And we hopefully we get our guys 100%. Hopefully Travis Hunter can be 100% with this bye week. So we'll see. Like Sir can say, close to 100%, man. So we'll see. We'll be ready, and we'll go live on Sunday, man. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, and I'll see y'all soon, man. Enjoy y'all weekend.